Hey there, retro gamers. David here, the Game Over CEO, and welcome to another episode of Game Overcast, the official podcast of Game Over Video Games. So just when you thought that your favorite local video game store couldn't get more cool, then you see the owner on this show talking about stuff. And how cool is that?
So cool.
Raised, level raised right there. So how's that for an opening? Not good. I don't know. But hey, this is weird for me. This is a Friday show. This is our first official Friday show. So we're filming on Thursday. Dan is excited over there. It's Friday. So this will be kind of a fun thing for everyone, right? So now you can look forward to the show. It was kind of at the end of the week on Thursday, but now it's really the end of the week. So when we put a show up, you're like, I know it's Friday. Work week's almost done. School week's almost done. I'm just going to listen to this show or podcast this afternoon instead of actual work or school work that I'm supposed to be doing. And then I'm cruising out early today. So ready to enjoy the weekend. And you know what this weekend is? Do you know what this weekend is, Dan?
No. What's this weekend?
Okay. Well, for a guy with a bunch of kids, that's bad because this weekend is Mother's Day.
Oh yeah, my wife's out of town. That's why.
Yeah. So if you have kids or if you have a mom, you probably have one or the other, maybe both. You should call mom on Sunday and say, "Happy Mother's Day. Thanks for birthing me, Mom."
Thanks for the reminder.
Thanks for all the love and all the shit you've put me through, Mom. Thanks. Either way, it made you who you are today, right? So yes, Mother's Day coming up. Also, do you know what else this weekend is? What other exciting event happens this weekend, Dan? Do you know?
No, I don't.
You don't have any plans for this weekend, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I have the kids all weekend, and yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. So Dan's with kids all weekend, so he might not be able to take a part in either one of these. But so you got Mother's Day. So Mother's Day is Sunday. Okay. So remember that. Also, I think today. Is it today? Yeah, today, Friday. That Doctor Strange comes out today.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not a big deal to you? That's like the multiverse of madness. Oh well.
Marvel movies don't interest me anymore.
You're not interested in Marvel movies.
There's too many of them.
There are a lot of them.
Now,
and they're not exactly that different from each other.
Yeah.
But
it's all the same movie over and over again.
But this is one that I've been excited about. I guess more so, not even super excited, but like more excited than most lately.
Why?
Because like the shows, like we're watching Moon Knight right now.
Yeah. And
I'm like,
What's that?
Okay. Well, yeah. It's a show on Disney Plus. It's one of the Marvel characters. I don't know. It's somebody I didn't even know until the show came on. Yeah. But so there's that. There was WandaVision. There was Loki. All these shows they did like during the pandemic. They just went full on like shows on Disney Plus, and each one of them was okay. Had its moments like good and bad.
Keep talking.
Keep talking. Yeah. Is this like live adjustments happening as I speak?
You did the mic today.
Oh, I did. I just handed you the mic.
Yeah. There.
Get on the mic. Get on the mic.
Though, because I love Star Wars, but I can't do Marvel.
Okay. Well. So
talk about an overabundant
brand. But see, Marvel, it has kind of been done to death now with all the series and everything. And everything, like I said, it's kind of good but not great. Mm-hmm. But I feel like, like the Spider-Man movie I really liked. I think that was great. And I think Doctor Strange is going to be the first of a new wave of great Marvel movies that we can look forward to. Like every 3 months, I think from now to infinity, there's another Marvel top budget movie coming out. So not just the little shows, but like the big budget stuff is coming.
I do like Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah. And this is like one of the few Marvel movies that surprised me, really, because like I know most comic book characters, like I know Spider-Man, I know, the DC characters like Batman and Superman and stuff. And, even the other, like Marvel characters I knew of, like the Hulk and Captain America and stuff. But Doctor Strange is one that when I went into that movie, I didn't know anything about it. Yeah. And so I expected it to be kind of so-so, but I actually really liked it. Yeah. And so now that I know about it and I've seen, him in other things and I know about all the different universe characters they're going to pull in from other, Marvel licensed franchises and stuff into here, I think it's going to be really cool. So I'm excited about that. But conversely, Star Wars, like yesterday was May the 4th, and we watched my son was watching the most recent one, like number 9, I guess, the last Skywalker, and And so I watched like the tail end of that when I got home last night, and I was like, you know.
Yeah.
And I used to be a bigger Star Wars than Marvel, and then I think I've kind of switched now, because now Star Wars I'm kind of like, those are all kind of the same now. But I get more excited about Marvel stuff. Anyway, so enough about, movie news, I guess, and other fandom stuff. But this weekend's Doctor Strange 2, so go see it if you are interested in such things. I guess that's it. I feel like this has been a really crazy week.
Yeah.
We really there's no reason why I even have a show ready today, because this week has been nuts. I've been coming in early, working late, long days, a lot of heavy labor. Like, you remember on the last show we showed all the new Neo Geo stuff? That's awesome. But every one of those like big consoles and the stands they go on and all the parts to it and everything, they're heavy and they're big. And I've been moving these boxes around here at the warehouse, trying to get everything ready to like ship out to the stores. And so some of the stores have them now. Some will be getting them like later this week or next week. But just shifting all that stuff around from one place to another and getting it ready to go out to the stores, like, it's huge and heavy. So I've been physically working, but also, the usual mental and email working myself to death. So who knows which one will actually kill me? I don't know.
Thank God.
I think ultimately it'll be the mental stuff, though. I don't think it'll be moving 40-pound Neo Geos around. I think it'll be other stuff. But we'll see. Place your bets now, kids. What year is he going to go, and what will be the cause of death? So anyway, on that note, let's jump into the show. Let's talk about video games. Let's have a good time. It's Friday, and this is our first Friday show, so we want it to be really good, go off with a bang. So let's go to level 1 and talk about current events in gaming. And we're back with level 1, current events. So what's going on in the world of gaming this past week? I don't have a whole lot here to talk about this time, but we have another buyout in the software world, game development world. The Embracer Group is buying Eidos Montreal, Square Enix Montreal, and Crystal Dynamics. So another big game development conglomerate going together.
Square Enix.
Yeah, so they bought basically a lot of the parts from that. So they're putting that all together. So the IPs include Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, Thief, Legacy of Kain, and 50 other things. I don't think it includes some of the more like classic, known Square titles, like Final Fantasy or things like that. It's other stuff.
We'll see a new Legacy of Kain game.
Yeah, I think all of that is possible. I think they're going to be trying to rejuvenate all of these classic IPs that they have. Some have never really gone away. They aren't as popular anymore. But yeah, like Legacy of Kain. I don't know. I guess the last one of those was like PS2, wasn't it? They never had a.
Yeah, no.
Did they have a PS3?
Nope.
I don't think they did.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. And also of note in that merger that or the buyout that they noted the Tomb Raider franchise overall specifically has sold 88 million copies across all platforms since its launch in '96. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
88 million. That's more than the population of some countries. Actually, how many people are in this country? Let's see. This country is like 350 million, right? In the United States right now?
I don't know. I haven't counted in a while.
Okay, Dan hasn't counted in a while. I think, let's say we're 350 million Americans total.
You're close. 330 million.
330 million. Yep. Okay.
As of
And
the last census.
88 million copies of Tomb Raider have been sold since 1996.
Yeah.
So basically, what's that, like 1 in 4 Americans has bought Tomb Raider on some format.
Tomb Raider's popular.
Of course, that's global versus American, but it would be as if 1 in 4 Americans had it. But it's a lot. So that was interesting. And so the new conglomerated, supersized game development behemoth, it's going to have 14,000 employees, 10,000 game developers, represent 124 studios. They're currently working on 230 different games. I'm sure they're all high quality. And actually, it actually says on here.
And quality.
Well, this is what it says. Like, this is what I got out of the article. So they're working on 230 games. Okay, and it says 30 of those are AAA titles.
Ooh.
So only 200 of the 230 are kind of crappy games.
They could be like good indie games.
They could be good indie games too. So maybe only 100, 150 will be just total crap.
Some of the games I played last year were weird little indie games.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of weight put into the AAA titles, and that's why a lot of these mergers happen, right? Because they want to buy the IPs, they want to get the best game developers, like the programmers from those companies, and get them and bring them into their fold so they can make games for them. Yeah. And so they buy like all the brains and all the IP and try and consolidate it together so they can make better games. But a lot of game development now, even with that, it's not about, well, let's create a bunch of new exciting IPs. It's just let's find these old ones, buy them on the cheap when they haven't been used in a while, try and do some kind of rehash, reboot, and bring it back and cash in, And so anyway, yeah, supersized studio. I don't know how that ranks among other studios, but that seems like that's going to be a pretty big game developer. So anyway, so that's happening. Also, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game, one of the new ones, they have the collection with the retro games, but the new game, Shredder's Revenge, that's coming out, announced they're going to have the original voice actors from the cartoon, from the 1987 cartoon.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
So that's cool. Yeah.
Love it.
So if you used to watch that, like, on Saturday mornings or watch it recently on like a cartoon channel or Nickelodeon or something, like those actors are going to be doing the voices in the game. So that's really cool. In more retro gaming specific news, Nintendo Switch Online has had some new additions lately. They've added some more Genesis games, Space Harrier 2, Shining Force 2, and Sonic Spinball. Also Nintendo 64 Mario Golf. So they're always adding new stuff on there, and I know it's an extra fee and everything, but you do get access to some really cool titles, and they're not all just Nintendo ones now. They have other platforms like Genesis on there too. So anyway, cool stuff there. Let's see, CGF news. People have been asking for the CGF wristbands in Game Over stores, and we haven't had them. They've been, just like everything else, just taking freaking forever to get here. But we did get them just recently, so I don't have the boxes even unloaded and sorted and inventory and everything yet. But the wristbands have now arrived, so we will be dividing those up and sending them to stores soon. Maybe we'll show them on the show next week, but they're on the way. Let's see. And the last thing, I wanted to show some new products. So this is going to be going into retro-specific, at Game Over news. But instead of the next section, I'm going to go ahead and do it now. So I want to show some cool posters that we got in. So I don't know if you can see this. Dan, tell me if you can see this in the show. So we got these cool posters in. So they're 24 by 36. So poster size. And they basically come on a little, cardboard back, and they're all stretched out. So it's not like when you buy when you used to buy posters back in the day, like at Walmart or something, and they come in those round little tubes in the little, holder. And because, kids always go, rummaging through them, they're always all bent up and goofed up. And so even if you find one you like, it's not really like frame worthy anymore. Well, these are actually stretched out and shrink wrapped to this cardboard so that they're frame ready. The corners are all good. It's nice and flat. No creases, no wrinkles. And $12.99.
They got any actual good games in there though?
Are you saying Mario Kart's not a good game? Okay, so you don't like Mario Kart? Okay.
Super Mario Kart is
number one, screw you. But number two, here, let's see what else we got. All right. So how about this one?
Yeah, there we go.
Metroid Dread? You like that? Okay. Oh, actually, I got a couple of those. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, Sonic.
Nice.
Remember the movie poster that
one,
looked just like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the original Sonic 2 box art. Yeah, all about it. Okay. Zelda.
Oh, Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Okay. Oh, this is my favorite.
Nice.
Mario 3.
That's good.
I love that game. That's
just the box art. I love it.
Yeah, just the box. It's not,
probably one of the
fancy.
Probably one of my favorite box arts of all time. Just yellow Mario.
It's just so iconic. Yeah, it doesn't show any of the
Nope.
the awesome, like, the overworld map, the different suits, the everything. It's just Mario, but wait a minute, like, he's got little ears and a tail. Like, what?
They knew, they were like, we know you're gonna buy this game.
Yeah, it's like, there's gonna be cool stuff in there, but if we show it all on there, it's just gonna be overload. Your head will just explode. Okay. So, what about this one? This is cool. This is Classically Trained. Yes.
Pretty good.
Okay, cool. Actually, it goes this way. Okay. Let's see, move those over there. Okay, what about this one?
Is that
Sonic the Hedgehog. This is like, I think the Game Gear.
Oh,
no, I think it's the Game Gear game cover art.
Very interesting choice.
But yeah, I think it's a cool Sonic
That is
poster.
a cool picture, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Breath of the Wild. I think y'all have heard of this, right?
The game I spent way too much time on.
Too much time
I
on.
still do.
You still play it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Here, set that one aside. There's another one of those. Sometimes there's multiple.
Who's that guy?
Who's that?
As the president of Nintendo.
It's Chris Pratt, everybody.
Oh my god.
It's Chris Pratt with a mustache. Yeah. Okay. All right, got that. Let's see. We got a couple of these. Another Breath of the Wild.
With the,
I like this one. It's a little more artistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I like that
All right.
style.
Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Waka 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 waka.
Great.
The only thing I don't like is like, it doesn't have,
What the heck?
the mouth. It's just a circle. Because it's like the very beginning of that level,
That's
and he was
very
just
weird.
about to open his mouth, but it got it.
Like,
I guess they just snapped the camera too soon before he opened his mouth, and just got the closed mouth.
I think,
Pac-Man.
yeah, when you start out, it's like that. And then
It is like that.
When you move him left and right, he opens his mouth.
Yeah.
And they were like, look, we need to be arcade accurate with this stuff because we're going to get called out by idiots. We're going to be like, his mouth isn't open when you start the game.
Yeah, that's not the way it is.
Actually.
Oh well. Donkey Kong, level 1.
That one might be coming home.
That's pretty awesome. I like that
That's
one.
really good.
I like that one. I actually like this one a lot too. This Duck Hunt
Look at
too.
Duck Hunt. Yeah.
If you're a hunter, you can put this right next to your like moose head on the wall. Yeah. No.
Moose Hunt. The sequel.
I don't know.
I'm still waiting for
This is cool. Look, periodic table of controllers.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Look at that. They got, wow. Sega, Nintendo.
You got them all here. You got Turbo,
Yeah.
Neo Geo, Wii. Let's see, Jaguar.
Yeah.
What's some other unusual ones?
You look
These
at
are all the handhelds
look at all
down
the
here.
PlayStation controllers and like they're all the exact same. It's fine.
Ouch. Okay. Yeah. they are.
Burn.
Burn.
Ooh.
Hey, but you know what? The PlayStation controller is one of the most comfortable.
I disagree.
What's your favorite?
Don't like it. Switch or GameCube.
Huh? No. 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 PlayStation, I think,
Well-
is like one of the best controllers ever made. That's why they haven't changed it.
Different strokes.
Because they haven't needed to. Nintendo keeps getting,
That
people
D-pad
get
is
tired of theirs.
disgusting, though. I can't do that D-pad.
Well, okay. But this is a Sonic. It says "Go Faster" at the bottom, and it's got like this little collage that I don't know if you can see this on camera, but there's actually like
Little stickers.
yeah, it's like somebody had a bunch of Sonic stickers and they put it into a collage here.
Yeah.
So it's all remnants
Not
of other
my
characters.
thing, but somebody will like it.
It's pretty cool.
Bro, I didn't see this one before.
Does anybody like Star Fox? Anybody?
Oh my god.
Anybody like Star Fox? No. Okay.
I'll just go take this one.
Okay.
No. Nobody
Okay.
else.
Sorry, those are not for sale anymore.
What?
They're all $12. I just said that
What?
earlier. Yes, $12.99
Alright.
at your local Game Over video game store.
Not that one, though.
That's cool. See, this one
Nice.
shows more of what you're in for, right?
Mario
Like,
World, yeah.
yeah, Mario World.
That's great. That's
A little more
awesome.
iconic. Yeah. Okay. Did
I wonder what that art is from. Is that from, like, the where was that? Is that, like, marketing or something?
It must be a marketing thing, or more like the Super Famicom version or something. But yeah,
See-
it's not the American box.
I love Skyward Sword, but it's not, like,
Nice.
the most popular Zelda game.
No.
So why
But
that
it's-
and not, like, Ocarina of Time?
Well, actually, there were some other Zelda ones. I pulled this from our North Austin store, this whole stash, and
Yeah.
and I think they sold some of the other Zelda ones,
Oh,
like
they
like
already
right off the
sold.
bat. Yeah, there were other
Yeah.
ones.
Okay.
There were other ones. Yeah. So there's more than. Oh, actually, here's a Zelda
Sonic
one.
Mania!
Sonic Mania.
That's great.
That's cool.
I love
And it
that.
shows all the characters that were in the movie too.
Sonic
even though,
Mania
yeah.
is the best Sonic game.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. All the links.
All the links.
Got even Dark Link in there.
All the links.
You got Fierce Deity Link. All the
Links. All right.
wonderful.
So very cool.
Great.
Yeah.
$12.99. That's a steal.
$12.99. So don't walk, run to your local Game Over video game store to pick some up. They're not in all our stores yet because they're part of my big distribution headache right now. But some stores have them now. Some will have them this week, and certainly by next week, by like early to mid May, they'll be in all of our stores.
Look at how cool this is.
So yeah, they're really cool. They're really cool.
Love it.
So decorate your bedroom, game room, bathroom, dorm, apartment, house. They really go everywhere, anywhere. You can put them anywhere. Put them in your kitchen. You know?
Put them in your bathroom.
Yeah, bathroom, of course. Most of the bathrooms at Game Over stores have posters all over the walls. If you've ever been to one of our bathrooms. And also, if you have, I'm sorry, because they're sometimes a little sketch. But anyway, so yeah, cool new stuff at Game Over stores. And that's not even the full company event info. That's coming up next. So let's go now to level 2 and company info. And aside from badass posters, see what's going on at your local Game Over video game store. Hi. Welcome back. So this is level 2, the company info. So
What's laughing?
I don't know. I just had like a little laugh in my system. I'm sorry.
Good.
But this is level 2. This is the company info. This is what's going on at your local Game Over video game store right now. So sales. Do we have sales? Yeah. Like once in a while? Yeah. Like a lot? Mm-hmm. Every freaking week? You bet your butt we have them every week. So here's what's coming up right now. So let's see. In May, as you're watching this show, probably in week 1, May 6th through 12th, we're doing a sale on Game Gear, Game Boy Color games. They're all 20% off. So that's cool. If you shop online, if you don't live near a local Game Over store, or if you're just kind of lazy, you don't want to get out of the house and go visit us, you can shop online. Use coupon code GB20 for Game Boy 20. Get 20% off those games. Ship it to your house for $10, or ship it to a local store for free, and you can pick it up, in a few days whenever it gets there. Also, that's probably going on, right now when you're watching the show. That is the May 6th through 12th. So that is 20% off those handhelds, like the early handhelds, the Game Gear, Game Boy Color, those 3. Then we have a one-day sale on Sunday for Mother's Day, because even though Dan doesn't remember what it is, I remember, and Game Over remembers, and we want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. So Happy Mother's Day, and to celebrate, for that one day on Sunday, May the 8th, all moms can come into a Game Over store, and as long as they spend at least $20 on whatever, they were there to buy anyway, we're going to give them one free game just for you, Mom. $9.99 or less game. So like some kind of just basic, common game, but something that you like, Mom. So pick something out for you and have an enjoyable Mother's Day playing your favorite game. So that's Monday or Sunday only for Mother's Day. Then after that, the next sale is May 13th to 19th, and that's going to be a sale on GBA games and original DS games. So not the 3DS, but just the regular DS. So GBA and DS games, those will be 20% off. And the coupon code on that one, it's a little more complicated. It's DS and then GBA 20. Just all together. DS GBA 20 if you shop online. So it's in all the Game Over retail stores, or you can buy it online. Again, delivery to your house is only $10. That's a bargain. Or you can have it set up to deliver to your local Game Over store, and you pick it up. They'll call you when it comes in. And that way, minimal legwork and effort on your part. And that's what we all like, right? We like it easy, right, Dan?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Also, we're doing trade-in bounties. So every month we give a little bit more in trade-in for certain items that we're looking to get to kind of fill the shelves. And right now we're looking for Switch games. So every store has a board somewhere up by the front of the store that shows what their most desired Switch games are right now. And on those, we're paying extra high cash values for them. So as long as you have the game complete with the box and whatever type of manual it has, a lot of times it's just a little insert these days, not a full manual, but it needs to have that part with it and the box, and then you get some great trade-in values on it. So we can help build up our Switch selection in all of our Game Over stores, because those games, we get them in, and we even get them in a lot, but the sections in our stores are small because we sell them in days after we get them in. Nothing Switch ever stays in the stores for long. It's really crazy. The flip the flip frequency on those is pretty crazy. So we're trying to bulk up. So help us out. Bring us your old Switch games. Also, events in our stores. We do tournaments every month. They're totally free, open to the public. Young, old, hardcore gamer, casual gamer. Everybody can come out, have fun. It's the second Saturday of every month. So that's May 14th, which is also coming up. That's going to be in the Bellevue store in Washington, the South Austin store on Lamar, the Arlington store up in the Dallas area, the San Antonio store in Selma, and then the Houston location on 1960 on the north side of Houston. So those 5 stores are doing tournaments on Saturday, May 14th. The next one after that will be Saturday, June 11th. So if you're in those areas around those times, definitely check out those local store Facebook pages, and they'll have the info on what their game is, what the rules are, when to sign up, and stuff like that. It's normally around 5 or 6 at night on that Saturday. So just go out there, and it's free. You don't lose anything, and you might actually win a prize. So it's kind of cool. Let's see. In CGF news, so more booths, more vendors, more guests continue to get added every week. It really is crazy at this point. It is just, it's almost out of control how fast it's growing. But I'll never say it's out of control, because just like anything else, like I always feel like I can control pretty much anything. But it's growing, and it's growing fast. So it's very much going to be the biggest one we've ever had this year. So tickets and booths are on sale now. Vendor booths, there's not a whole lot left, but they are still available. So you can find out details there at classicgamefest.com/vendors, and that'll show you the different size booths, what tables and chairs and pricing and all that kind of stuff on there. Plus, follow our social media for CGF. It's at Classic Game Fest. Facebook.com/Classic Game Fest, or Twitter or Instagram or whatever. We have all those things, the social media things that you kids like. So at Classic Game Fest, find us on there and get the announcements and see what's going on. But crazy, we're up to now 110. I can't even say the number. 110 different vendors, artists, guests, bands. Just so many people, groups, companies, individuals, collectors, entities, charities. It's amazing. This is going to be our biggest vendor haul ever. This is insane, and it keeps growing. We still have more space left. So now that all the COVID rules are gone, we're going to pack in a lot of fun into that weekend. So you definitely don't want to miss it. The guest and band announcements and stuff, those are happening weekly on the social media. The latest stuff just in the past week or two, just to kind of bring you up to speed. So some of our guests, Brett Weiss, great author, YouTuber, longtime retro gaming community leader. Brett Weiss, he's awesome. He's going to be there. Let's see, Paul Niemeyer, who's the original artist for Mortal Kombat. He was there last year. He's coming back this year, and he always has a great booth. Lots of cool stuff that he creates to, different artwork that he'll have at his booth on display. We've got Tim Kitzrow, the voice of NBA Jam, so Mr. Boom Shakalaka. Oh, yeah. That was horrible.
Bring your copy and get him signed.
I can't do it like he can do it, but we're gonna get him, and we're gonna get him on the microphone. He's gonna do stuff in the hall, do announcements for us.
Get your copy of whatever. What's the game again?
What'd you say, Dan?
What's the game he did the voice for?
NBA Jam.
NBA Jam. Sorry.
I just said that.
I had a brain fart. Shut up. Get your copy signed.
The voice of NBA Jam.
Yeah.
What game?
Copy of NBA Jam.
NBA Jam.
God damn it.
What game?
I'm just gonna shut up for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, Dan needs a microphone.
Such a jerk.
He also needs headphones.
Hearing aids.
Hearing aid. Why?
Different.
Okay. So anyway, but amazing guests. It's going to be huge. So it's a who's who basically of game developers, YouTubers, game creators, just anybody. If you don't come to CGF, it's just I don't know what's wrong with you. You're doing something wrong. Fix it.
You can still come.
There's still time.
There's still time.
I mean, it's less than 90 days. It's getting close, but there's still time.
It's not expensive.
You can even buy tickets at the door.
God.
And, it's more expensive that way, but, whatever. We'll take your money. But yeah, buy tickets in advance online to save money. And really, it is really reasonable. I mean, we've had to raise vendor booth prices, I guess last year, and then our attendee prices have stayed pretty much the same for the past several years. I think next year there's going to be some kind of increase there. Sorry, spoiler alert. But because costs on everything have gone up, and including renting that entire freaking building. But anyway, but it's still super affordable. I mean, to go to a convention for $25-$30. I mean, that's a whole weekend of fun.
That's a lot of fun.
One person is gonna spend $10 or $12 just to go see Doctor Strange this weekend, and you practically two people go see it, and that's a pass to CGF, and that's all weekend long. That's not just 2 hours and probably 2 hours and 30 minutes, but it's more than that of entertainment. You'll be there all weekend long. So anyway, so get tickets now. If you want to sell stuff, get a booth now. Tickets will never run out. We'll sell tickets as long as we can, even at the door. Like, we will max that capacity out this year. There's no limits, no restrictions. If we got 100,000 people, we'll sell 100,000 tickets. But vendor booth space is limited because that's limited physically to what I can fit in that hall. So that will run out, and it will run out before the event. So you want to get your vendor booth soon, like in May, if you want to get a spot, because they're going to be pretty full by the end of May, I would guess. Anyway, so that's our CGF update for the week. So now let's go on to level 3, our feature segment, and this is a special one this week. This is a special for our podcast audio listeners. So let's go there now with level 3. And we're back with level 3, the feature section of the show. And today, we do a lot on this show for YouTube, right? For the video watchers of the show. But really, at its heart, this is intended as a podcast. So it's intended to be enjoyable for audio listeners too. And so I do try and include things from time to time that, counter the game demos and playthroughs and stuff like that, that the audio listeners don't get a lot out of. And so I try and counter that with some like ASMR or reading instruction manuals and things like that I think are interesting for the audio listener. So today I found this cool game that we got complete in box, no less. Like, damn. Maniac Mansion, which is a really
Nice.
I don't know. I guess it was never really a mainstream popular game, but it's like it's so popular for like collectors. Yeah, that's true. It was popular on PC because it's kind of like it's not exactly a point and click adventure, but it's like an action click adventure.
It's a point and click adventure, and they actually reworked a lot of it to work on the NES, which is why the NES version's different than like your PC point and click. It's different.
Yeah.
But I think there's something about like the soundtrack on the NES version that's supposed to be like really good.
It's really cool. Yeah. So I've never played it on PC. I've played this, but okay, no, that's cool. But anyway, so it's a really cool, like, iconic, game. It's it may be a little more niche than like a Mario or Zelda or something, but the people that know it love it.
Well, the story's really cool. So.
The story is cool, and so what I thought I'd do is do a read the manual with this game. So if you've never heard of Maniac Mansion and you're like, what is that game all about? And it looks like a cool. If you just saw this like in the store, back in the 80s on the shelf, it looks like cool bunch of people there. You got like some cool looking guys, you got a nerdy looking guy, you got some cool lady, and some like surfer dude with a surfboard. So, pretty neat. On the back, the subtitles, Maniac Mansion, why is there a chainsaw in the kitchen?
Ooh.
Is that not where you keep your chainsaws? I keep mine in the kitchen.
That's how I slice my toast in the morning.
That's how I butter my bread. I butter my bread with that. All right, so we're going to put that there. Boom.
You know how to butter my bread.
Okay, I'm not going to repeat that for the podcast either. And hopefully nobody heard that, even though, as I'll say later, somebody heard last week the time you said something under your breath. So it's like they don't hear you when they want to hear you. But the stuff like that they really shouldn't hear, they hear. So, oh well, can't win. All right. So audio listeners and video listeners, because it might be fun to watch me read, I guess. It's not as fun as listening, but so if you're watching on YouTube, how about now you sit back, dim the lights, try and relax. This will be like a yoga, like relaxation time at work or school, where you just kind of kick back, relax, and let me read you a little story called Maniac Mansion, and we're going to see what this is all about. Okay. There are weird people living in Maniac Mansion. Dr. Fred, a retired physician turned mad scientist. Nurse Edna, a former healthcare professional who's as strange as the good doctor. Weird Ed, a teenage commando with a hamster fetish. And then there's dead cousin Ted. And the tentacle. And somebody or something else. And what's a nice young cheerleader named Sandy doing in Dr. Fred's basement? So, yeah. So your goal. Your goal is to direct a team of 3 local teenagers, including Sandy's boyfriend Dave, through the mansion to rescue Sandy. As you explore, you'll meet all the strange inhabitants of the mansion, and you'll discover Dr. Fred's ambition to control the world, one teenager at a time.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. You'll find that each of the 7 teenagers you can choose from have special skills, talents, and weaknesses. And each of the crazy occupants of the mansion has goals and desires that can help or hinder your team, depending on how you handle them. The story and your approach to rescuing Sandy will be different depending on which kids you choose and how you interact with the people and things inside the mansion itself. Each of the possible stories in Maniac Mansion is really a large, complex puzzle made up of scores of smaller puzzles. From time to time, movie-like cutscenes reveal clues about the story and what's going on elsewhere. As you discover the smaller puzzles that make up each storyline, you'll find that most will have to be solved in a certain order. There are several ways to get something done, but of course there's always a best way. Good luck. And that's it. That is the story.
I love the branching puzzle paths. Like there's
yeah.
like a right way to do it, and then there's like another way to do it. That's great.
Yeah, and that was, like we were talking about Mario 3 back there as being, one of my favorite games. That's one of the first ones that I remember where you had, like, you get on that map and there's often different ways to go. Yeah. So if you hit a level where you kind of hit a brick wall, like maybe literally, but otherwise just a, like, game skill brick wall where you can't get past a level. You can find like some kind of other way around that obstacle, or like the warp whistle, or some way around it. Yeah. And so that's really neat when there's multiple kind of storylines or paths to go through. They have cutscenes. This talks about the different characters. Here, let's see. Here's the characters. So Bernard can fix things with the proper tools. Razor has plenty of musical talent. Sid's a musician, too. Wendy aspires to be a novelist. Jeff can fix the telephone. And Michael is a photographer and can develop film. Interesting. Each kid is also equipped with their own compact disc player. Ooh, compact disc. CD players, what all the kids are using these days?
CD stands for compact disc.
Yes, CD does stand for compact disc. Yeah. Good job. So when the player's CD player is turned on, a background theme song plays. Turn it off, and the character will not have any background music. Note, every kid has a CD player, and to eliminate all theme music, all 3 CD players must be turned off. So I guess sometimes you want just peace and quiet in the game. You have to turn them all off. The package. During the game, a package will be left at the mailbox outside the mansion. You'll know it's there because the mailman will ring the doorbell. Get that package! At the very least, prevent Weird Ed from getting it. You'll need something on... I don't know. That's what it says. You'll need something on the box. The package itself comes in handy, too. Okay, there's a bulletin board. The enclosed poster will give you many hints. Refer to it often. Here are a few other hints. Oh, should I read the hints?
Yeah.
These aren't... They're not going to give anything major away. Okay, the hints they give you are... Being sent to the dungeon isn't bad. It can even be good. Yeah, there is a loose brick in the dungeon. Oh, that's a pretty big spoiler there. Sometimes you can get past someone by having a kid get captured, creating a diversion. Oh, yeah, sacrifice one of the kids. The flashlight is useful in dark places. Okay, well, that's kind of a dumb tip. Oh, really? I have this flashlight. Wow, this room's really dark. Oh, well, I guess I'm screwed.
I'll make a Molotov cocktail.
So do you want more hints for the game?
Yeah, give me more hints. I need to know.
Well, I got bad news for you. There's a Maniac Mansion hint book, or there was.
What?
For just $7.95, which includes shipping and handling, so that was a deal back then. Order a Maniac Mansion hint book, a complete guide to the game with over 100 clues, solutions to all the puzzles, and helpful hints on how to get the combination to Nurse Edna's wall safe or how to drain the radioactive swimming pool. Get a glimpse of the entire mansion with our comprehensive map, which shows you each room.
Guess how much you can get.
Check your inventory against these listings
hint book
for a full narrative
on eBay, David. Just take a while.
Hang on. From start to finish. Okay, Dave's. Oh, they even had a number. Wait a minute. It says call 1-800-STAR Wars.
What?
Because it's because it's Lucasfilm game.
1-800-STAR Wars?
That's the number for Lucasfilm, I guess, was 1-800-STAR Wars. I don't know if that's even... Is that still their number, you think?
Try it. Call right now.
Okay.
Also, while you're doing that.
Okay, what are you trying to tell me that's so freaking exciting you had to interrupt the whole freaking show and you ruined it?
Guess how much Maniac Mansion hint book goes for?
Is it not $70.95, including shipping and handling?
No, you wish.
How much is it?
$300.
What the frick?
I'm done.
Three what?
$300.
Holy macaroni and cheese. Oh my gosh.
There's only 2 of them. There's only 2 of them on eBay.
Oh my gosh.
Bananas. People love Maniac Mansion. Put on speakerphone.
Okay, hang on here.
I bet it's still around.
Okay. I don't know if they want people calling Lucasfilm these days, do they? Let's see. Okay, so 1-800-782-7927. Okay, I'm going to put this on speakerphone here. We should tell them that we're stuck on Maniac Mansion. But it gave me this number to call.
You have reached the Walt.
It said Walt Disney, and now it's ringing.
Thanks for calling Lucasfilm. My name is Diana. How can I assist?
Hi, Diana. My name's David. I'm calling on a podcast. We're reading your number in one of our instruction manuals on a Nintendo NES video game called Maniac Mansion, and it says to call you for tips.
Wow, that's interesting. David, I'm not sure if that's the correct number. I answer for
So can you help me on this game?
We act more like an operator, where if you know the person that you want to speak with, I can transfer you to them. But I certainly don't have any kind of insight on a game. I'm not sure why that number was put on there.
Wow. So you don't have a tip line or anything for old Nintendo games that you can send me to that will help us with this game? Like free tips?
That I know of. The phone number that you're calling is like Lucasfilm Direct, and really they get routed to a different operator, so I'm not at the property either.
Okay. Well, that's okay. And what was your name again?
My name is Diana.
Okay. Well, that's fine. But thank you very much, Diana. We honestly weren't sure if this number was active at all, so this is really kind of exciting just to talk to somebody there.
It's like, if you wanted to speak to an appropriate, executive at Lucasfilms, that's really where my role is. I just am kind of a switchboard operator for Lucasfilms, but I don't have any more insight than that. I am located in Florida at Walt Disney World property.
So are you saying you could put me through to like an executive at Lucasfilm?
If you have their name.
No, I'm sorry. I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste somebody's time. But no, I really appreciate your help.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to answer, but
Okay.
Sounds like you're having fun. Hopefully you're not recording me.
Okay. No, that's cool. But yeah, we're going to let you go. But no, thank you very much. We really appreciate your help.
All right. Have a good day. Thanks for calling.
All right. You too. Thank you. Bye.
Bummer.
Oh my gosh.
No tips.
Oh, I'm burning up. I'm like, oh my gosh. Now my head is sweating. Oh man.
This is why you watch Game Overcast.
Holy
right
moly.
Here.
Why would they put the number for the office in there?
1-800-STAR Wars.
1-800-STAR Wars. It's just like, yeah, you want to talk to an executive? Sure, I'll put you right through.
Here's George Lucas. Oh wait, he doesn't work here anymore.
Yeah, he didn't work. That was my first thought. Is like, can I talk to George?
Here's
my buddy George.
Here's Ryan Wilson or Ryan Johnson.
I don't even know who's in charge of Lucasfilm now.
I don't know. I gotta look it up.
Like Catherine, what's her name? Catherine Kennedy or?
I don't think.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah, it is Kathleen Kennedy. We should have asked. Yeah, can I speak to Kathleen? I have a question about me.
Kathleen. Oh, I said Catherine. Kathleen. Yeah.
Good lord.
Oh my gosh.
Dave Filoni, executive producer.
Oh my.
Lewin Brennan is general manager.
That is nuts.
Bananas that number's still. I guess 1-800-STAR Wars. Like, it's pretty iconic.
They're not gonna like cancel the number 1-800-STAR Wars. That's a number that they want to keep forever.
Crazy, man.
But yeah, so
I guess they don't care about NES tips anymore. You can't.
But this did say call for tips, right? Like, I'm not reading this wrong.
Yeah. Well, They failed you.
Just call 1-800-STAR-WARS between 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific time, which I guess this is, Monday through Friday. Ask for the Lucasfilm Games Catalog Department, which I guess they don't really do anymore, but the executives there, if you ask for George Lucas or something, I guess they'll put you through. I don't know, maybe. She sounded, though, like she was saying, you know, if they'll pick up. So I don't know if I said, hey, my name's David Kaelin. I'm, doing a podcast about video games.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll call some other time. I don't want to do it right now because now I'm too nervous. I'm too I got to have a plan. I need a plan.
How do we know?
But that is crazy. Crazy. I don't even remember what I was doing now. I was just reading the manual and got to the end. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's it. That's all we got.
Well, what a way to end that segment. Good night. Man, I don't believe it. So anyway, I guess not for tips on Maniac Mansion, but if you just want to talk to some dude at Lucasfilms and just see what's up.
What's her name? Nancy? Kathleen?
Her name was Diana.
Diana, yeah. Diana's very nice.
And she was super cool.
Yeah.
And she said that she would attempt to put you through to an executive if you want, but I don't know if they would pick up. They might just be like, David who? Game over what? No. Podcast?
Although,
Game Overcast?
If you name drop Maniac Mansion, somebody might be like, oh, I love Maniac Mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably not, though.
Huh.
I don't know how we can go forward from this.
I don't know how we go forward from this either.
We might have to just go to level 4.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, let's for right now, just so this show is not like 10 hours long. Let's go on to level 4, and maybe we'll come back someday and do like a call to Lucasfilm and have like a plan of actually talking to somebody there and see if we can get somebody there to talk to. So let's go on to level 4 in a boss battle. All right, and we are back with level 4, the boss battle. So this week, the boss battle it's a versus battle. It's Loiterers versus regulars in the store. One you want, one you don't want. Can you guess which is which? So what's the difference, right? So a lot of times my employees will tell me, oh, so-and-so, they're a regular. And so to me, my definition of regular is somebody that comes into the store regularly, right? But also spends money when they come in the store regularly.
Yes.
That's a regular customer. The other scenario is a person that comes in regularly, maybe once a week, maybe once a day, and just kind of hangs out and like talks your ear off about their favorite Zelda game and blah, 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 and this one's better, and that person is a loiterer. So ideally, as a business, you want to be nice to both. You want to be nice to everybody. You want to be welcoming to all people of all kinds and all backgrounds and all financial means and everything. But ideally, you want to focus on the regulars that spend the money. And if somebody is just loitering and they just come in just to hang out and just talk your ear off, and it's like, oh, I like Final Fantasy and you like Final Fantasy. Let's talk all day about all the ins and outs of Final Fantasy. That's cool for a while. But then it gets to the point where a lot of times our stores only have 1 or 2 employees at a time, working, and they got stuff to do, So the number one thing is taking care of a customer and selling customers stuff. But if the customer's taken care of and they're not going to buy any stuff, at that point, the employees really need to kind of get back to work, and they need to be alphabetizing and organizing and cleaning trades and testing stuff out and doing other projects for me or their boss or whatever. There's a lot of stuff that goes into running a Game Over store, and we get to talk about video games a lot as part of that job, but you can't just talk all day. So there definitely comes a point where you need to kind of cut that off. So when you're talking to a customer, I like to say there's 3 different times you should approach a customer, right? You should always do a hello. I think I said that weird. A hey whoa. Some kind of a hello. How's it going? Thanks for coming in. When they come in the store, greet them somehow. Say hi. When they're leaving the store, whether they buy anything or not, tell them, thanks for coming in, see you next time, thanks for your business and support, something nice like that, a nice goodbye as they're leaving. But there should also be a third time you talk to every customer, and that's the time when you actually talk to them and you try and open up a little bit, get them to open up a little bit about, what brings you here? Have you ever been in one of our stores before? What kind of games do you like? Or is there a certain game you're looking for? Open-ended questions, not a yes or no question like, do you need any help? Because that's a yes-no question, and most humans are programmed to respond no. Even when they need help, they will respond, no, I don't need help, because they don't want you bugging them. But if you just give them an open-ended question, like what kind of games do you like? Or, I see you looking at, Zelda. Like, Zelda's my favorite, franchise. Like, what's your favorite game? You can get a conversation started. That's good. If it leads to, good customer service and sales, that's a good conversation. So you definitely want to do that. Try and talk to each customer 3 times. The opening, the closing, and then something in the middle to try and get them to open up about what brings them to the store that day, what they're looking to buy. But if you do those talking points and you give that customer service, and you find out somebody is not really interested in buying anything, they just are there for, air conditioning. They're there to just sit on your chair or your couch that you have set up. You have like a little demo going in the front of the store, and they just want to just come in and just play some free games and leave. That's not ideal. That's loitering, really. And it's okay for a short time, because we do want our stores to be welcoming, for that purpose, to a certain degree. But if it gets to be too long, if it's, 30 minutes or more, and, clearly they just want to talk and hang out, there's other work that needs to be done. So, the employees need to find a nice way to kind of excuse themselves and be like, hey, if you have any questions, let me know, but I'm going to be over here, if you need me, just grab me. I got, this stuff to file or whatever. Try and find kind of nice ways to excuse yourself on those situations where it goes on too long. Also, ways to limit the loiterers, definitely don't recommend having a bathroom accessible. We have some of our stores with bathrooms in the front that customers can use, and we have some of our stores with bathrooms in the back that are really only for employees. You definitely get a lot less loitering when there's no bathroom. So that's something that, a lot of stores put like the employees only sign on there for that purpose, or lock the door. Because if people come hang out and they go to the bathroom and, they have a drink or something, so they're drinking, bathroom, resting, they could be there all day. And while it might not seem like that's a problem, oftentimes what loiterers end up doing in the process of being there all day is then they start not only talking your ear off and distracting you from doing your work, but they'll start talking to other customers that come in. And, we have issues sometimes with people that will, we'll be trying to sell a game, and then some third person who's just hanging out there will be like, oh, don't get that game. That game's the worst. I don't like that game, blah, blah, blah. The studio really messed up when they had this third-party development, come up with that game, and they'll just go off on some tangent, and distract the sale. Also, if somebody comes in to sell us stuff, like a trade-in, they might start looking over there and say, ooh, that stuff looks good. What do you got there? You got, Zelda. What are they going to give you for that Zelda? Oh, well, I'll pay you more than that for that Zelda. And they, we call those trade snipers, where they come in and try and like scope out the good stuff and then try and pick it off before it gets traded into us. So that's no good. Also, sometimes they just have bad language, bad attitudes, bad language. Sometimes there's homeless people that will come in and, just for like the free AC and stuff. And, so there's, sometimes like inappropriate, either clothes or, dialogue, just like they'll say inappropriate words or comments and, derogatory or cussing and things like that. And, sometimes with the loitering, if it really gets excessive or somebody's comments or just attitude gets excessive, you just have to nicely ask them to leave. Sometimes they don't take the hint when you're like, hey, I got to get back to work over here. I'd love to talk to Zelda, talk to you about Zelda all day, but I really can't do that. I got to do some work or I'm going to get in trouble. So sometimes you have to kind of nicely ask them to leave. And if they become, threatening about it, or they're really, sometimes people just, might come in either, on something or just have some kind of, mental issues that they just need to be kind of, asked to nicely leave the store because they create trouble. And we have had some cases where people come in and they just go fly off the handle, cussing, screaming. We've had people knock over our glass display cases and stuff like that, where we've had to literally call the police and tell people just get out. You're tearing up the store. You need to leave. So anyway, normally that's not the case, but it does sometimes happen. So if you see anything going that direction, you want to try and nicely ask people to leave before it, escalates, obviously. But anyway, but yeah, so those are the two types of people: loiterers versus regulars. Don't let your employees, fail to see the difference between the two, because for businesses to be successful, like I said, you really need to maximize the regular customers that buy stuff and minimize the loitering, browsers that just come in just to look around and never really buy anything, or just want to talk your ear off. So it's an issue that a lot of businesses have, but especially in a store like ours where it's so limited in terms of staffing, but so excessive in the amount of like comfort that people feel in our store in talking to us, which is great. But it's just a place that a lot of people that don't have to feel like they fit in a lot of stores. They do fit in at a Game Over store, and so they just basically want to live here, in the store, and so sometimes we have to just kind of nicely, remind them, like, well, I need to get back to work. I think you should be, heading on back to work too, shouldn't you? But people do. They, skip work, skip school, and just come hang out and just chat us up, and I don't know. They don't mean any harm by it, but it's something that just to be productive in today's world with limited labor, everybody's always hiring, everybody's always short-staffed. It's like we just don't have the time to be not working, and doing stuff. So we can help you, we can sell you stuff, but we can't just chit-chat all day. So anyway, loiterers versus regulars, a constant battle, especially in nerdy shops, like retro gaming stores. So be on the lookout and help train your employees on how to distinguish the two and how to deal with them, positively and respectfully in both circumstances. So that's it on the boss battle this week. So let's go on to the bonus level now with fan feedback. And we're back with the bonus level, fan feedback. So thank you all in advance for all of your comments. We actually had a lot of comments last week. I'm going to try and run down all of them here on the show. I really appreciate it, though. Just so you know, like the joy of doing a show like this for me is really right here. Like, this is always my favorite part of the show, because this shows me that people watch, that people care, and I don't care if it's one person or 10 people or 1,000 people, but like these comments keep me going. So please keep the comments coming. So I'm going to run them down. Here we go. Chris, positive feedback. He definitely liked the comments last week on the show about, I was talking about, everybody needs positive feedback. Even me, at my level, I don't really see or interact with a lot of people sometimes. And sometimes that's kind of isolating. And, because I'm the boss, because I own the company, of course, everybody's going to tell me like, oh, that's a good idea, boss. Hey, way to go. But it may not be what they really believe. And, I'd rather people give me honest feedback. But it's hard when you're the boss, because you don't know, are you just saying that's good, or do you really think it's a good idea? But we all want positive feedback. We all want to be appreciated and, he's saying appreciated and validated for our efforts. We all want that. Yeah, that's part of life. You want to feel like you're a part of something. So, I want to feel like I'm a part of Game Over, and that, that customers and employees and me, like we all, we're all in this together. We're all part of the same dynamic in this retro gaming, community. So the ads and games, Chris said that's double dipping. He doesn't like it. Extra revenue from advertisers and extra revenue from the users. He says it seems like a price cut would be deserved, because if they're going to get double the money by DLC to the users and then ad revenue from billboards and stuff in the game, then the game should all be like free or cheaper. But it won't happen. They won't be. No, they'll probably be more expensive actually. Yeah. And congrats on Neo Geo products. Neo Geo, bigger, badder, better. Yeah, everybody loves the Neo Geo stuff. So a lot of great feedback on that. So thank you, Chris. Rare Spawn, a new commenter here. He likes the call on Nintendo Switch Bounty this month. So we're giving more for Nintendo Switch titles. This person would also like to see more Switch games in the stores. So like I said, we get them. We get a ton, but it's just they flip so fast. Like, people have no idea sometimes. Like, we might get 20 Switch games a week and sell those 20 Switch games in a week. And so somebody that comes in once a week sometimes is like, man, you never get new games. And we're like, but we do. Believe me, we do. I know you can't come in every day and see them, but like, we do. You just have to time it right. Anyway, so thanks for the comment there. Another comment, let's see, mornings to work, keeping up the good work. Somebody listens on their morning commute into to work and likes the show. So thank you for that. Ricky talking about the fakes. We mentioned that on the show previously. So there's a lot of fakes in the retro gaming industry right now. The prices keep going up. The technology gets better. The ability to make, cartridge shells and labels and stuff like that, it gets better and better every year, more authentic looking.
Gotta open the cartridge up.
Yeah, I mean, you got to open cartridges, even the boxes. He was asking about like NES games like this. Like, is this the original box for Maniac Mansion? Which I think it is. But a box is really just cardboard with printing on it. Yeah. And that's something that can be duplicated now pretty effectively and pretty high resolution. So you really have to be careful to spot stuff. And he's asking how we train staff to spot fakes and repros. And honestly, it's kind of a case by case basis. Like, there's no real easy way to train. There are some commonalities, like if they misspell Nintendo on the cartridge, or if it's like an odd color, like it's like a GBA Pokemon red, but it's like the red of the shell's a little off from what it should be. But sometimes they're really close. I mean, these fakes are getting really good. So it's hard to train employees, and occasionally things do slip by. The defenses, and they come into the store, and then hopefully either one of the employees at some point along the way, or even a customer along the way, will help us to figure out, like, oh, that actually is a repro or a fake one. But we definitely don't want repros or fakes. We definitely don't want to be selling them. But do they occasionally sneak through the defenses of Game Over? Yeah, from time to time they do. There's just really there's no 100% surefire way to do it. Understanding that the fakes have gotten really good, and our staff is always really limited. And if that one person that takes that trade in may have never seen a, like, I don't know, Bubble Bath Babes or something, and not know exactly what that shell and what that sticker and stuff is supposed to look like, they might just think, well, I guess that's a game. I've never seen it before, so that may be just the way it is. So usually, as a community, either, multiple employees, see the game, customers see it, we take it out, especially on the rare stuff. The beauty of buying things in a retail store like Game Over is that you can actually see the stuff before you buy it. So you're not buying blind off of eBay. You can actually see it, look at it, you feel the weight, you can feel like the texture of the cartridge, the label, like on the disc or on the box art and the manual, and you can get a much better feel in person when you can actually touch and feel those things than you can just buying online from some random person. So anyway, but yeah, it is tough. It's an ongoing struggle, and it only gets harder every year. It doesn't get easier to spot them. It gets harder every year. Okay. So then moving on, Larry, love you, man. So Larry says, hi, David and Dan the man.
Hi.
So Dan the man, but not David the man?
That's me. David the Mavid.
Yeah. David doesn't really rhyme with anything. No. That kind of sucks. Oh, well. But yeah, so he says, hi, keep up the great work, my dudes. So now he's calling you a my dude, too. I thought I was your dude. Now there's two dudes? Larry. One. You're a one dude man. No. No, it's funny. He was saying that he sat down also with his wife and watched the show. So she watched it for the first time. So yeah. So, hey, how are you doing? I know your wife too. She's awesome. And yeah, so I'm glad. He said she liked the show, so glad you liked it. That's cool. We mentioned last week the Double Dragon movie, and I was like, it was either I think I said Party of Five or what was that other like teen show that like Dawson's Creek. I was like, I knew it's one of those guys that used to be like a heartthrob in the 90s or something that was in it. And I think you hadn't heard of it, right, Dan? Like, no, you were like, I didn't know. Yeah. So he said it was Party of Five, and it was a guy named Scott Wolf.
Okay. That was in it.
So, that's available. I don't know. Is that on Netflix or something? It probably is. You can probably stream it somewhere. Yeah. Double Dragon movie. And Larry says he is my friend, and I don't pay him, so that's good. I always love friends that I don't have to pay. So that's good. My friend count's very low. It's something I'm trying to work on a personal basis. But it's just I'm busy all the time. I don't have time to like hang out and make friends and stuff. It's rough. He's excited to have more arcades at CGF. So yes, we're all excited about that. He loved the Neo Geo unboxing. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. And I know you love Neo Geo, so you're gonna need one of these things, Larry. So you're gonna have to really sweet talk the wife, because I know you have a bunch of other cabinets and stuff in the house. But you need one of these. You do. So he liked that. He said he likes the fighting games. He's curious about Metal Slug. Neo Geo, all their games are good. They're like so high quality, like 90s games. It's unreal. All their games are good. But the Metal Slug games are great. They're all just,
Metal Slug?
I guess not.
Oh,
yeah, I guess he'd never played Metal Slug,
so
but
good.
so good. I mean, it's like Contra, I guess, but I mean, it's just really exciting,
Explosive,
rapid action.
Multiplayer.
Yeah, multiplayer, lots of fun. So, in those the cabinets, I can still see a stack of them over here in the office or in the studio warehouse. I always use that word wrong. It's all of the above. This big room that does everything for us. But it has all the Metal Slugs on there, so you can play them all. So it's really cool. Let's see. Love to be on the show. So I commented to you on YouTube, Larry. So you need to email me at podcast@gameovervideogames.com and let me know. We're going to set that up. We're going to get you on the show. So send me an email. Let's see. So he said he'd be willing to be on the show. And he said it would probably be a long segment because he's been gaming since he could walk. So I don't know about gaming since you can walk. Like, really? Since you were like 2 or whatever? Is that when you start walking? Like about 2?
2 or 3, yeah.
2 or 3?
2, yeah, probably 2.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to question you on that. I'm gonna question your facts.
We want photo evidence.
Yeah, we want proof. We want pictures. Let's see. And he said nobody heard Dan with his inappropriate comment last week. Yeah, so they might have.
Sneak him in there.
All right. He enjoys the videos, so yeah. So that's cool. So thanks for the feedback, Larry. No, we love you watching, and it's cool to have fans that I've known from the Game Over stores like back in the day that are still shopping with us, still fans. Come to CGF, comments on the show, stuff like that. Just a great supporter of me and all my various jobs and activities, and every little hat that I have, like the Game Over hat, the CGF hat, everything. So thanks for the support. I really appreciate it. So that's it. That's it for this week. So, wow, what a crazy show, huh? That was pretty exciting. So thank you, everyone. Thanks to the fans. Thanks for watching. We always appreciate your business and support in the stores. We need it. We want it. We appreciate it. We're always happy to either get it or have you, tell a friend, tell a family member, tell a neighbor, like, hey, go check out Game Over. Those guys are cool. Like, they have some of the best employees, best selection, best, everything, prices, everything. Just go check out Game Over Video Games. Give us that little shout out, and we really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening too. The audiocast, the podcast listeners. Like I said earlier in the show, like there's always a little bit of visual only kind of stuff on this show. So I always want to give special props to the audio listeners because you can't really obviously see me do a playthrough on a game, but I'm glad that you watch the show and listen to the show and enjoy it. And we still have more people that listen to the audio version than the YouTube version. So go figure. But yeah, so thank you everybody for watching in every format of the show. Really appreciate it. If you have questions or comments, or you want to reach out to me and say, I should do this on the show, I should talk about this on the show, we should, have this person on the show or whatever.
We should call this company on the show.
Yeah, we should call this number. Let's see if this guy is still in business. This company. Let's call Sony. Let's call Marvel. Let's call them all and see what we can do. But just send me an email to podcast@gameovervideogames.com. Those emails all go to me. I will read them. Also, you can comment on the YouTube channel or the Facebook post or anything like that, and I can see your comments there, and I'll mention it on the show. I'll talk about you and your comment, good or bad. I don't know. We'll see. But I will talk about it on the show, and I appreciate all your ideas and thoughts and suggestions and comments. So anyway, thank you for listening. Also, a reminder that we are now on Fridays, not on Thursdays. So next week we will see you on Friday. School is almost out. Summer is almost here. It's actually in Texas. I think this weekend going to get up to 100 for the first time. Yeah. So it's going to be that time in Texas. It's shorts and t-shirt, and even then you still want to stay inside type of weather. So anyway, so summer is coming, y'all. So please visit your local Game Over video game store this week. Tell him I sent you. Tell him, hey, I saw that guy on the podcast. Is he really the owner? Doesn't he have other stuff to do? Sorry. Doesn't he have other stuff to do? Like, what's he doing on a podcast? But just say, hey, I saw that guy. It sounded pretty cool. The store sounded pretty cool, so I thought I'd come check it out. So go to your local Game Over store. Have a great week, retro gamers. I hope to see you again next week on the show on Friday. And that's it. So game over. Man, we should all wish we had game over money, don't we? We'd be rolling it. I'm at pool, my Scrooge McDuck pool, doing the backstroke and
full of Earthbound cartridges.
Yeah, just like Earthbound and Chrono Trigger, just throwing them up, just like just making it rain like SNES RPGs, making it rain, making it rain.
The Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Game Boy game.
Yeah, be like Oprah. Everybody look under your chairs. Everyone's got a Pokemon game, a rare one. You get a $200 Pokemon. You get a $200 Pokemon.
You get a Turbo Graphics. All the
collect them all.
Love it.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
You never have any rare games in your store because they're all in your swimming pool.
They're all in my swimming pool. That's right. So if you ever don't see a game in a Game Over store, it's somewhere in my Scrooge McDuck pool that I bathe in. I don't swim in it. I bathe in it, like soap and bubbles and everything.
Can we get Shirtless David back?
No Shirtless David. No. Yeah, Shirtless David doing the backstroke in a pool, but instead of water, it's filled with rare video games.
Yeah.
And it's the most uncomfortable swim. So like, clunk, 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 ow, clunk, 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 ow, clunk, clunk, ow.